Have you ever bought something you never used just because it was on sale? Or maybe you've judged someone's entire personality based on one single mistake they made. We like to think of ourselves as logical, rational beings. We think we're the CEOs of our brains, but the truth is, we are often victims of our own biology. In his Nobel Prize-winning research, psychologist Daniel Kahneman revealed that our brains have two distinct operating systems, and most of the time, the wrong one is in charge. Today, we're diving into the masterpiece, Thinking, Fast and Slow, to find out why you make bad decisions and how to stop. The two systems. Kahneman explains that our brain works through two systems. System 1 is the sprinter. It's fast, instinctive, and emotional. When you see a shadow and jump, or when you instantly know 2 plus 2 is 4, that's System 1. It's a survival mechanism. It doesn't require effort. System 2 is the scholar. It's slow, logical, and incredibly lazy. This system handles complex math, files taxes, and learns new skills. The problem, System 2 is a massive energy hog. To save energy, your brain tries to delegate almost everything to System 1. We take shortcuts, mental glitches called biases, and that is where the trouble begins. Trap number 1, the halo effect. Ever wondered why we trust celebrities for medical advice, or why tall, attractive people statistically earn more? This is the halo effect. System 1 is a master of simplification. If we see one positive trait, like good looks or confidence, our brain automatically fills in the blanks and assumes that person is also kind, smart, and trustworthy. Marketing agencies spend billions leveraging this. They know that if you like the vibe of a person in an ad, your System 2 won't bother checking the facts of the product. You aren't buying a phone, you're buying the halo around it. Trap number 2. Loss aversion. Let's play a game. I flip a coin. Heads, you win $200. Tails, you lose $100. Would you take it? Mathematically, you should. The gain is double the risk. But most people say no. Why? Because of loss aversion. Evolutionarily, losing food or shelter was a death sentence, while finding extra food was just a bonus. As a result, the pain of losing $100 is twice as intense as the joy of winning $100. This is why you stay in a toxic relationship or keep a failing business going. You're not staying because the future looks bright. You're staying because you're terrified of wasting what you've already put in. In psychology, we call this the sunk cost fallacy. Trap number 3, the availability bias. What are you more afraid of, dying in a plane crash or a car accident? Most people say plane crash, but statistically, you are 95 times more likely to die in a car accident than on a commercial flight. Driving is one of the most dangerous things we do every single day, yet we buckle up and scroll through our phones without a second thought. But the moment there's a plane crash on the news, suddenly everyone's rethinking their flights. That's the availability bias. System 1 thinks if I can remember it easily, it must be a common threat. We don't base our fears on data. We base them on how vivid and dramatic the story is. News channels know this, which is exactly why they cover plane crashes wall to wall and ignore the thousands of fatal car accidents happening every week. The solution. So, are we doomed to make bad choices? Not exactly. You can't turn off System 1, but you can invite System 2 to the party. First, recognize the laziness. If a decision feels too easy or too emotional, stop. Ask yourself, am I doing this because it's right or just because it feels familiar? Second, the pre-mortem technique. Before making a big choice, imagine it's 1 year later and the decision was a complete disaster. Ask yourself, why did it fail? This forces your logical System 2 to find the blind spots your emotional System 1 ignored. Third, slow down. System 1 is a sprinter. If you force yourself to wait 24 hours before a big purchase or a major life decision, System 2 finally has time to put its boots on. Our brains are wired for a world that no longer exists. We are cavemen living in a high-tech society. But by understanding the mechanics of thinking fast and slow, we can finally take back the wheel. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm show this to more people who are tired of making dumb mistakes. Quick question for the comments. Loss aversion or the halo effect? Which one do you fall for more? Drop it below. I read every single one. And subscribe for more deep dives into the human mind. See you in the next one.